So I've titled this Business Unusual because really there is nothing usual about how we're doing business since COVID-19 rocked up here in South Africa, and actually, as a matter of fact, for the rest of the world too. Suddenly we find ourselves self-isolated, finding ways to work creatively from home. Now for me, that's not really such a big deal because I'm self-employed. I work for myself a lot of the time and I do work from home quite a lot. So this first week has kind of felt pretty cool. But as a freelancer, I realize that in the weeks to come, things are going to get really, really difficult as people try and find new ways of doing their business. I think what COVID-19 has done is it's just fast-tracked the inevitable. I think a lot of the changes that are being forced on us now rather dramatically were things that would have come in the next year or two. So I want to focus a little bit on the industry that I'm in, which is car reviews. I test drive and review cars for a television channel here in South Africa, and I've been doing that since 2008. Prior to that, I worked in television, so basically been in and around the camera for just on 20 years. And when I first got into reviewing cars and working as a motoring journalist, I was really blown away by what unfolded come car launch time, because the manufacturers really, really spoilt us big time. We would stay at the most amazing hotels, 5-star, get spoiled properly, great food. They would wine and dine us. There'd always be great activities and entertainment and music. So we really were spoilt. And it reminded me then, as a newbie to the industry, of I think what used to happen with the medical reps and the doctors. They would take them away, nice trips, take them for dinner, hoping that the next time the doctor writes a script, it's their medication that would pop to mind. And I think it works in a similar way in our industry. I think the manufacturers believe you look after journos, make sure they have a great time. Maybe when they write the article, there's going to be a positive experience, not specifically related to the car. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I just think that is the way the industry works. And as journalists, we need to be 100% impartial and be able to review a vehicle on its facts. But having said that, oh man, everyone's looking for ways to work more efficiently and to cut costs, and especially in the motor industry. And these launches come at a big cost because people are getting flown in from all the regions. And in the last couple of years, I've seen things change. No more gifting. They used to give us a gift to say thank you for being there. Crazy. No more gifting. A lot of the manufacturers, especially the smaller ones in South Africa, have now decided to go with paper launches, or they do launches for the media in each region. They do 3 smaller launches as opposed to one big one where they fly everyone in. So their thought process has been changing, saying, listen, this is costing us a lot of money. Maybe we do smaller launches, or we launch 2 or 3 cars at one time. Be that as it may, that is how it works. And for us as a TV crew, we kind of operate a little bit differently anyway, because the print journos kind of go on the designated driving route that the manufacturer sets out for us. They enjoy the fantastic lunch stops and they get there early enough to refresh and then go through to the function. For us, you know, we are filming at first light and we are filming until the sun goes down, because we only have that day to put everything together. So for us, we miss out on all the fun stuff. So for us, it always just felt like, geez, what a waste of money putting us up in this amazing hotel and we don't even get to enjoy it. So I understand there's a massive element of relationship building, and that's what happens a lot with the launches. It's an opportunity for a publication or a broadcaster to spend time with the manufacturer and engage in that way. So I do see the value. But what has happened now with COVID-19 is that it's forced them to go, oh my word, how do we launch? We can't have people together anymore. And the first people that were affected in South Africa this week were Suzuki with the Espresso launch. So they've pulled it to live stream. Fantastic. And that is the future. So well done to them, because they really had to adapt to that very quickly. And I do think that this is something that is not going to change in a couple of months' time when things revert back to how they were. I think manufacturers will realize this probably is the way to do it, to stream live, and then obviously ensure that the vehicle is available to the various publications for test drives, and that gives them that one-on-one handover experience when they give you the car to go and test. So I think the things we're seeing happening now a lot of live streaming of launches will be something that will stick with us for a long time. I don't think the motor industry is going to bounce back. And you know, I don't mind. My job is there to test drive a car. I'm not there to review the food or to comment on the hotel and the service and the experience. If I was, then I should be, you know, working in the lifestyle industry. But I'm there to review cars. I want to drive a car. So give me the car. Let me drive it. I don't need to be spoilt with food and a nice bed to sleep in. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Look at me. I'm now doing something very, very different, sitting at home and recording my thoughts and starting a little podcast. So it's forced me to keep myself entertained and do something different. So I think in adversity, there are always fantastic opportunities, and it really pushes us to think out the box and to be creative. So yeah, hopefully we'll be doing a lot more of these sort of things. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch up soon. Take care out there. Be safe.